Hey everybody, Zas here. We're going to do a vintage cube draft. Let's make sure we're on. Yeah, looks like we are. Oop, what happened? All right. So there's Channel, which is the most unfair card. I'm kind of inclined to take that. See if we can get like a Channel Eldrazi or something like that. If it were not for Channel, probably next best would be Demonic Tutor or maybe even Is It Signet. There's no like great draws for mono red or anything like that. Ancestral Vision is a perfectly adequate card, and Ojutai is a very solid finisher. But yeah, let's take Channel, and if we're lucky and we wheel Memory Jar, that's one option. But let's see what else we get. Okay, some good cards here. Mana Drain is probably the best. Not really the best. It actually kind of has a similar function to Channel in that it can get large amounts of colorless mana early. But it's also not the best. With Channel, I think you want like big Eldrazi or, maybe green stuff like Thragtusk, which seems a little on the fair end. There's also Jitte, which is just shuts out a lot of creature decks. And then Oracle as well in the green. I think I'm going to take Mana Drain though. I think I've had other decks where I've tried to build around Channel and it doesn't really come together, and then you end up with kind of a really underwhelming deck. Whereas I think hedging with Mana Drain, any deck that has Mana Drain, I think it's a pretty strong start. So they don't necessarily have to end up being in the same deck. Wow, okay, Upheaval. Well, that works fantastically with Mana Drain. Another one of the best possible blue cards. There's also Balance, which is one of my personal most favorite cards. I think it's very undervalued. It does so much for 2 mana. And then Wolfear is an adequate green mid-range card. It's really one of my favorite cards. Puts down 12 power for 5 mana. But yeah, I think with Upheaval here, and actually, Channel with Upheaval works as well. If you can end up with a lot of artifact mana, it lets you replay. But certainly we're looking more blue than green here at this point. So there's Mindslaver. You can do a Channel Mindslaver. For not sure that's the best thing we want to do though. I'm more interested in Woodfall Primus or actually Vendilion Click. Vendilion Click, just a very strong card. Yeah, I think I like Vendilion Click here. Oh man, and Counterspell. Well, I find I seem to do very poorly whenever I do pick mono blue. Look at this, Isochron Scepter too on Counterspell and Mana Drain. That's just sick. Also, Bitter Blossom, one of my favorite black cards. But I mean, how can you say no to Mana Drain, Counterspell, Upheaval, V-Click? This is just too strong. As I was saying, I feel every time I pick a mono blue deck, I'm always getting my butt kicked, even though I feel like I have these extremely strong cards. So it must be me misplaying, but I just can't say no to these cards. They're just too good. And also Spell Pierce. None of these other cards work very well with Channel or necessarily with blue, so I'll take the Spell Pierce and see what we have. So Progenitus obviously is a Nombo with Channel. Eidolon's a good mono red card. I think this is just not a very good card at all. Young Pyromancer is actually not bad with a deck like this. This is the kind of deck where it does well. And there's Hymn to Tourach, which is one of my favorite cards. It's so strong. Very, very brutal. But I think The double black is a little bit harder to sell than the single red of the Young Pyromancer, so I'm going to take the Pyromancer. There's a Villainous Wealth that does quite well with a Channel or Mana Drain. Shrine I don't think quite is where we're at here. Dig Through Time. Dig Through Time's alright. Huh. Is it wealth? We'd really need more like help on artifacts here, but you know, I'll take the Dig Through Time. I feel like wealth's maybe going a little bit, trying to be a little bit cute. Well, there's Memory Jar, but I think actually Ojutai does very well in a deck like this. Let's take the Ojutai, and I think really what we want is some fast mana here. Okay, I'm not a fan of Careful Study. I suppose I also feel like Brimaz is a bit not really what we're doing at this point. So it's either I think Helix or Thragtusk. I'll take Thragtusk. It's so easily castable. But yeah, maybe we're not playing these colors. Maybe we're not playing green at all. And yeah, I could see this being a pretty good sideboard card. Let's take the Tar Pit. You know, it's early still, and we don't know what. We definitely are going to play blue. We just don't know what the other color would be. Wow, Manic Vandal is very good. But Dismember. Let's take Dismember. Actually, no, let's take the Vandal against the right deck. Okay, here. Oops. I don't think I meant to take that, but all right, I'll take a land tax and a temple. Okay, so we have a strong blue start. Absolutely no fast mana at all for the upheaval. Channel, haven't gotten any real cards that go well with it. Really like the art on this card. It's nice. So let's see if we can build a little bit better around upheaval here. Well, there we go. There we go. So there's an Ugin, which is a fantastic thing to channel. Wow, what a great pack. And then there's Black Lotus, Basalt Monolith, and Mox Pearl. Wow. Oh, man. This is really tough. I'm very curious what people in the comments think. As much as I like Ugin here, I think the Pearl and the Lotus would be better. And I'm not even sure Lotus is going to be as good as Pearl here, given that we have the upheaval. I think Pearl is actually the better card for us. Just replayability on upheaval. Basalt definitely like ramps us more. Man, we're not going to get the Ugin back, that's for sure. I could also go for Ugin, just try like channel Ugin, but no, let's take the Pearl. I think I have to take it and pass the Lotus. It feels crazy. Okay, wonderful. Grim Monolith, I think, is exactly the kind of card I was hoping to get. I'm putting the Pearl here just to count as a land. Yeah, perfect. Perfect with upheaval. I'm not even sure about the Pyromancer. Let's put this on the side here. Ooh, and there is a Sundering Titan, so that's another card with Ugin that would be really good with channel. Maybe we'll still live the dream. Greeting Pool would turn on channel, but I think it's actually Sundering Titan. You know, we want something to sink our mana into, and right now we don't have anything except upheaval. Oh man, if only we could get Ugin now. We still could play, you know, channel is still a possibility. And Sundering Titan is a great thing to channel into. So are Eldrazi. Okay, there's an Underground Sea, a Geist, and a Frost Titan. Geist can be pretty good. Banishing Light, kind of a nombo with Upheaval. I like. I'm also a fan of Fiery Confluence. I think I like Geist a little better. Okay, here's a Phantasmal Image that I really like, but also a Celestial Colonnade. I think I'm priced into the Celestial Colonnade, even though I'm such a fan of Phantasmal Image. It's the kind of thing you can like copy the unfair show and tell decks. But I think I have to take the dual land here. Okay. Now there's an Oath. But I think actually Reflector Mage is quite nice in this kind of deck. Alright, so we have some nice 3-drops. I wish this Titan was an Ugin. I just don't know if... And we passed on the Breeding Pool, which would have made Channel a little bit more playable, but... okay, well there's Phyrexian Metamorph, even though there's sort of War and Peace, which I like on things like Geist. Phyrexian Metamorph is for 1 more mana and 2 life, very much like the Phantasmal Image. Huge fan of that card. Right here. I think the best card is Sylvan Library. Don't have any fixing for it, but it's the most friendly card to play. I suppose against like a mono red deck, the Archangel is all right. But no, let's take the Sylvan. Maybe if we get fixing for it, it would make the cut. This counts as 3. Ooh, nice. Nobody's playing Craterhoof, huh? But the Basalt Monolith came back, and that's perfect. Perfect with Upheaval. Here, well, Mana Confluence is not unreasonable. There's no way we're playing Nicol Bolas. So I'll take the Mana Confluence. Right, I'm liking this deck so far. A little bit short on the playables right now. But yeah, I'll take a Thadadel. And I suppose Priest and Fiend Hunter kind of do very similar things. No, we're not playing Mutavault, I don't think. I suppose I should have taken it there since we're not playing the other one. But okay, we're my only concern here is we're a bit light on playables, so we may have to add the green. Ho ho ho, Ancestral Recall. Don't mind if I do. And there is Emrakul and Ulamog that would be fantastic with Channel. But how can you say no to Ancestral Recall? That's just the best. There's also Snapcaster, so if we're lucky enough to wheel that, but definitely take an Ancestral. So right now, in terms of win conditions, there's Upheaval, Dragon Lord, and Titan. I suppose it's a bit unfair. Geist can and Click can be win conditions as well. Wow, Blightsteel. That's certainly a card you can channel out. And there's also Daze. This is where I want to ask, am I trying to play green and do channel? Because then I'd have channel Titan and channel Colossus. And I have quite a lot of other counter magic. Okay, I'll take Colossus if I can. And there's also Crocus, one of my favorite cards. But yeah, let's see if we can get some green fixing. That it just does seem quite good. Oh, there's Opposition. And Hedron Archive. I think, though, it's Hedron Archive, right? This lets us... This is more drawing. We don't really have enough tokens or creatures for opposition here. Okay, let's take the big mana archive. And... yeah, I think... Maybe Inkwell? Wouldn't mind a Tinker at this point. That would be great. We just take Impulse. Oh, yeah, I'll take Leviathan on sort of off chance I can make it happen. Okay. Trinket Mage finds the Mox, but that's it. That doesn't seem that great. I think against this deck I'd prefer a sword against the right deck. Ooh, Tolarian Academy. Yeah, and we have a reasonable number of artifacts with Mox, Monolith. Could end up... Let's take the Academy. Okay, so I think there's 0 fixing for green, so I think channel's not happening. Well, there's the Mana Confluence and the Temple of Malady for Garruk. What does this card do? For a basic land. Well, it's a kind of fixing. Okay, let's live the dream. This works really well with Upheaval to set up a giant turn. But I think if we're being more reasonable here, the best card here would be Day of Judgment. And here, if anything, I think it'd be Regrowth. So let's see, if we had green, do something like this. Crocus came back. There's also Hanger back. Yeah, but Crocus is so good. It protects our Dragon Lord as well. And our Geist. Koth, Agent. Agent wouldn't be good with all our counter spells. So maybe there's some world where we play Angel. Yeah, and Spellskite is a fine blocker. Huh, okay. So big mana. This is a Tinker deck without Tinker is what it looks like. But there's the possibility of grossness with channel into Sundering Titan or Blightsteel. We've also got mana drain into those things and Inkwell. For big mana, there's Monolith. There's 2 Monoliths and an Archive. Oh, this might be fun to try. I don't know if the double white on Day of Judgment is reasonable also. I wonder if it's more reasonable to either play Sword or Thragtusk or Traverse. Probably just Traverse. Yeah. I think Traverse is what we need. It's also land tax. Land tax would be very strong. You know, find our stuff. Maybe land tax is better than Traverse. The problem, it only works if you go second. Maybe what we do is we start Traverse, and then if we're going second, we take land tax. Yeah. And then we add Pearl, Academy, Confluence, Caracas, and Colonnade. Was it like 8-2-2? The thing is, channel just seems almost like impossible to cast here. Because the thing with channel is it has to be really broken, it has to be on turn 2. And the odds of getting our 2 forests on turn 2 are effectively 0. So there's 4 green cards. If we took out the green, we could put in Day, Tax, Priest, and Hunter, for example, to kind of clear things for the Geast. We can even like add a sword. The other option is we could like reduce the white. Yeah, it's really basically channel right now becomes a 3-card combo. It's like we need channel and runner, forest, and big artifact. As fun as this seems, I just don't think we can support it. I think we needed we need to cut the white, I think, and make it more solid blue green. So that would mean, okay, let's price it out. So if we take out the white, we're looking at this. And this is 17 lands, right? So 17. Maybe that's more fun than, I mean, these are good, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 17, so that's 22. Getting confused with the lands here. Let me just take them out. So this is the problem, is we don't have enough blue and green cards. This is just a 21 card deck. And sword doesn't really make sense here. So we could add the best of the white splash, like Dragon Lord, I think is adequate. And then one other, which could be maybe Geest. So if we do that, trade the plains out for forests. The nice thing is we have, with Caracas, Mana Confluence and Colonnade, and Pearl, I think that is enough of a splash for white. So then the rest of the lands can be green. So now for green spells we have 4, 5 green. Maybe we take out and add one more. Okay. This is certainly a bit janky. But I'm willing to give this a shot. I always feel like Caracas isn't worth it until Aryan Academy is a bit dangerous, but we'll live the dream, the upside dream of turn 1 Colossus. Alright, before we hit play, I've been thinking about it. Am I trying to just be too cute with the green? You know, trying to add channel here for Blightsteel. Am I taking an otherwise very solid blue-white deck and just kind of messing it up? Let's just look at the count of cards. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white cards to replace. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is certainly reasonable. It's probably the right thing to do, but then the thing is, you know, playing cards like Blightsteel just seems silly, right, without channel, so it'd be like one more, maybe adding a sword. I'm going to acknowledge that this is maybe suboptimal build and trying to do too much, but I'm going to give it a shot. We can always rebuild if we need to. That's the nice thing about the leagues as opposed to the single limb tournaments. So let's give it a shot and see how it goes. Play first. Well, there is our... Now we have all the colors, so we'll certainly keep this. It's not clear if I want to spend the traverse now, actually. Although I can actually traverse and then regrow it to find a blue. And then a white. That might not be the worst. So with that said, then why don't I play an island just to represent a counterspell? And then I can spend this later if I do draw one. Okay, Grim Monolith, great. So you gonna daze me? Now we can metamorph the monolith. Tutor, okay. Ancestral Recall. So tutoring for recall basically makes it a draw 2. Time Walk, okay. Well, that's some good cards you've got. Dak Faden. Oh no. That is bad. Yep. Okay. So maybe I look for planes now since I've got the Ojutai. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I didn't even add the... I should have added 1 planes for Traverse. Did not consider that. Okay. Well, I'm not going to regrowth the Traverse. Okay, there's the Ancestral. I wonder if against this guy I take the whole package out, because anything I can channel out is an artifact that could actually be taken with Dak, which would be really bad. Tinker, okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's gonna kill us. And that's why Dak Faden is such a good card. Don't know if we have an answer to this at this point. Yeah, it's quite brutal. Can't play any artifacts. I guess I could regrowth a land, but I'm on a 3-turn clock. So I think against my opponent here, I'm just going to have to side out all the green completely and just go for the blue-white package. I'm still a little weak to Dak Faden, unfortunately. I just have to counter him, not let him get played, essentially. But yeah, once he's down, there's not much I can do. Well, that's not true. I can upheaval. Upheaval there. And now he, well, suppose I'll regrowth the forest. Regrowth the island. Yeah, I don't see how I win this, though. Yep. Yeah, my deck is extraordinarily soft to this card. Maybe in the draft that was a big mistake. Maybe I should have just given up the channel plan early and just gone for blue-white control or something like that. So I think I want to look at taking out all the green. That's 5 green cards taken out, and then adding in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for just like land tax. Or do I just try for angel? Sure, angel 5. And then we take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forests and add in 5 plains. We'll just do 4 and 1. All right. Maybe sword instead of angel. Maybe sword instead of like colossus. Just to have something to like hit. Especially since I don't have channel anymore. Yeah, let's do that. Unfortunately, we'll have to mulligan. Okay, well that's a start. Here I don't really want to play the pearl in case he decks, so I will keep this. And let's put this to the bottom. I'd rather play this out, you know, on like the Eternal Upheaval or something. Okay, sure, I'll play a sword. Well, I feel like, no, not going to play the sword. That's another, just like, might just get dacked, right? So, let's not do that. Okay, I'll play a colonnade tapped. Note that if I do play sword, Academy taps for 2. So if I did tap out for sword now, I could upheaval, but I feel like I'm not really upheavaling into anything that good. Sure, give him top and Battlesphere maybe. Okay. So now we can upheaval. Worm coil. And that's when it dies, not when it leaves play, so it's better. That might be a good time to Reflector Mage. Could also just upheaval. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd have to play the Pearl and Academy. And then just upheaval and like play Pearl. It just doesn't seem fantastic. I think I'd much rather like Reflector Mage. Let's play our land first. if he doesn't play Dak, it's probably worth equipping Sword here and just hitting. Then we do get an untap. Well, that's annoying. He did play the deck. Okay. Phew. Now this means if I upheaval and do the Pearl, he's going to play Dak like turn 2 and eventually take my Pearl. So that's something to think about. And now he gets to go again. So here comes the worm coil, I assume. I mean, one thing I can do is I can upheaval and then replay Reflector Mage immediately with no target, just so that if he plays Dak, I hit it. Seems kind of weak, but then he still gets my Mox Pearl. Or then I just don't even play the Mox Pearl, you know. Discarded Worm Coil Engine and Sphinx. Oh, right, but he's got Academy runs. So I suppose with Dak now he can set it up so that he's getting infinite Worm Coils. He must have some sort of blocker here. Tinker, okay. And I assume that's going to be on the... Titan, okay. So so I can equip the sword, but that's not going to help. And then he can just steal it. I can upheaval. Does not put me in a great position either. I think my best chance is to play a land and see if we can maybe draw more artifacts and do a big upheaval turn. Yeah. But playing any of these just gets them taken. So we'll take it. And maybe we just have to upheaval next turn. There's a Ral. Probably kills my mage now. Be nice if he didn't. But even then, the sword is not. It's just doing some extra damage. Okay, yeah, he's untapping. That's smart. Okay. So we're back at the position where we can. Well, we can play Academy that does nothing. Play Dragon Lord. Chump with Reflector, and then at least get a Dragon Lord hit in. And then we dump Pearl in Academy. I think that's our best bet. This is Flying and Vigilance. Yeah, I think that's our best bet. Okay. Not really great, but... he's got a counter. Got a remand. Okay, that's bad. Alright, well we still have one term of chumping that we can do. So I'll have to block this, I think. And our only hope now is upheaval. Oh, and time walking, that's going to kill us. Yeah. Alright, well played, opponent. Alright. Well, that went pretty horribly. In retrospect, I wonder if we could have drafted a more dedicated blue-green and avoided the white. But, okay, let's give it another shot. I don't really want to take out the green plan and go for the blue-white. It's just I've done so many blue-white decks in these drafts, and I'd rather see if I can get like a fun, you know, channel into something. The other thing I'm wondering is maybe Reflector Mage, would it be better than one of these other cards? Like, let's leave as is and see how we do. See how we start. Okay, well, we have a turn 3 Geist and then some stuff, so let's keep this and see how it goes. Lucky Bear. Lucky Bear 41. Oh, and a Thought Adele, okay. I'll just play this to represent a counterspell, even though I don't have one. Hopefully it doesn't hint to Torak or something annoying like that. This is 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not even really close to Blightsteel, but it's okay. Might as well lead with Geist, and then we can follow up with Thada. Imperial Seal, that's always dangerous. Could be like a Toxic Deluge. Alright, so let's just play the island first attack and see what happens. Alright, so here I could play a Thada. If he has something like Toxic Deluge, it's kind of really bad for me, so I think I'd rather actually just play Hedron Archive, and if he has something to deal with this, then I'll play Thada. And here we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then at least we can play Monolith, and we also threaten Inkwell. And we can also play Hedron and... Okay. That's actually a... I was thinking maybe this, since this is Hexproof and not Shroud, maybe another reason... Maybe I should just play Geist and keep Crocus up, rather than try to play everything at once. So, yeah, let's attack. So, yeah, why don't I, since this threatens lethal, why don't I just play the Basalt Monolith? And then I'll be done, and if he has anything, I could always use Crocus to bounce my own Geist back. Alright, Geist takes it. Blue-black. So there's a sword. Might be good. Yeah, maybe we take out Spellsight and, I don't know, put in Sword or something. Take out like a Regrowth and put in, keep Spellsight and put in Sword, because you like Spellsight if you have a sword, you kind of want more creatures. Alright. Submit and see how we do. Oh, I forgot. Maybe this would have been a good land tax choice here. But since I'm having white as my sort of secondary splash, then land tax doesn't seem that great. Okay, and blah, we'll have to mulligan anyway. Okay, well, this is playable. And this we'll have to put at the bottom. Alright. There's another turn 3 Geist. Ooh, Mana Drain. I like that. So a bit of a choice if I can play Grim Monolith to guarantee the Geist, but I like the idea of trying to Mana Drain something and then getting Geist with that. That seems good. No. Okay, that was a poor. Come on, play something. Okay. Well, that was poor. We're back in the same position, except worse. No, I'll do it again. I'm not going to play the Grim, because the Grim's not really ramping me in anything in particular. Anticipate on his turn. That's a pretty weak sauce spell to Mana Drain. But sure. This at least gives me the land I need to play Geist. So I'll do it. It's on the weak. It's one of the weaker Mana Drains. If I get himmed here, I'm going to be really embarrassed. Or he just remans me. Okay. Oh man. Okay. I feel really stupid, don't I? It would be a lot better if I just played Grim Monolith to start with. Okay, well, since I'm out of mana drains, might as well just play the Monolith. Kind of feel like if I just played Monolith into Geist, I would have been a lot better off. But Bribery, that's going to be really problematic. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot I can do to deal with that, except well, that's not actually true. I can play Metamorph. That's pretty legit. Do I want to tap the Monolith? I take 2 damage, which seems small compared to having the power of 3, 4, 5. Then I can, like, if I draw an Ojutai or something, or I can just cast Geese too. Yeah, let's just cast Metamorph and copy the Blightsteel. And then next turn we can play Geist. Oh man. And now we're dead. GG. Alright. Well, that was pretty good. Only sword doesn't seem that great here. Huh. Maybe I just want like Reflector Mage after all. Yeah, let's do that. And I know it's pro-black, but still. Alright, let's try this. Okay, well there's a recall. We'll keep this. Might recall end of turn, but that'll put us at 9, well no, 5, 8, it'll put us at 9 cards, and we play a land 8, so we'll have to discard something unless we draw like a Signet or something, which seems kind of not super effective, but maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe I should just draw a recall to smooth out my draw. Yeah, let's just do it, and if we discard a card, we discard a card. Okay. We can discard like Dig Through Time, I think. Yeah. And I kind of actually want to wait a turn on the Thada just so I can protect her with Karakas as well. Yeah. Seems like an idea. So let's discard the Dig. Or do we just play it? Alright, let's just play it. Because we have enough stuff to cast on other turns. We have like, okay. Like we have Hedron Archive and Thragtusk and Ojutai. Okay, good. So let's attack first until end of turn, right? And let's see if we get any hits. Let's take a snapshot of his deck here. Brain freeze. Interesting. Wow, some nice cards to choose from. Mox Emerald now, and land would let me play Ojutai. So with Lotus. Yeah, Emerald's not great if I'm in upheaval. Just keep that in mind. I think we do Ojutai. I want to kind of do Emerald, play land, Ojutai, and then next turn. Well, although, see, this is a good time to keep Caracas around, right? Because it's going to hit him so hard. So maybe what I want to do is, yeah, load it. Maybe what I want to do is play Emerald, land, Hedron Archive, keep Caracas around just to save the Thada if need be, and then next turn Batterskull, right? Because yeah, let's do that. So let's take the Emerald. Yeah, that's right. Remand, interesting. Okay, that's a good play. Interesting. Yeah, that's a nice play. I like it. Now do I still... I'm at the same question. Do I protect or cast? I think I want to protect my Thada. She seems like she's going to go a long way here. Okay, and there's a click. Let's do the same thing again. Okay, so now I could just play Batterskull. Or do I just take his Lotus? Batterskull seems really good. What's he got? Silumgar, Gristlebrand, Thirst, Imperial Seal. How does he actually cast stuff? I guess it's Sidisi. Yeah, he might like draw an Edict. Maybe now I take Lotus so I can cast Ojutai with it. Yeah, let's do that. I can also click him on his turn. That seems like that's going to be pretty nice. Yeah, so let's see, I want to keep Caracas around. So we have 3, 6, 7 mana. 7 mana I could do basically an archive and a click. That seems... But if archive is 4, so I can archive and then still have 5 mana. So I could do archive Sack Lotus and play like Ojutai. Maybe that's what I do. Yeah. Oh, but that won't work actually, because I won't have enough multicolored mana. So, all right, let's just do archive, and then click him on his draw step. Who's he targeting? Targeting me? That's fine. I can also repeat click him. That's a thing to think about with Caracas, since click is legendary. Okay, so bribery is really bad. And he can just cast that. Let's just save that. Deck. Let's just. So yeah, bribery is going to mean he's going to get my Colossus. We can't really have that, because then we'd have to upheaval. So, and he can Gear Hulk or Desire, whatever. Let's just take the bribery. Okay. Now we still have Better Skull. Okay. It's gonna Gear Hulk and freeze us. Okay. Island. Right. Let's he's at 16. I can hit for another 4, but I don't think that's what I want right now. I know he's got Gear Hulk, so he can like brain freeze us again, or Mind's Desire again. And the Gear Hulk comes in with Flash, so it could kill our Better Skull. That's fine. So let's attack first. Okay, so here I think it's Better Skull we want, right? Or is it Ojutai? Ojutai, is that going to be lethal? 10. I think it's actually Signet, right? Because Signet into Ojutai is more difficult to deal with, because Better Skull he can actually chump. Yeah, so I think it's but then Better Skull means he doesn't get to have it. Now let's do Ojutai. Let's take the Signet and then Ojutai. Okay. I suppose I could have re-clicked him. Maybe I'll do that. End of combat. Yeah. Let's attack. He's going to flash in, but the Torrential Gear Hulk does not fly, right? Let's just double check. Torrential Gear Hulk. It would suck if it flew, and we didn't know that. It just has flash. Okay. So he can flash and then remand or something. Can we play Blightsteel? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, okay, I'll take Blightsteel. Maybe Spell Scout was better? I don't know. Okay, now we know he can Gear Hulk and remand whatever it is. So if I were to place a Batterskull, he's going to Gear Hulk, flash remand, and then he ends up drawing the Batterskull. So that's just basically bad. So let's not take a card. Oh, I'm stupid. I could have attacked with this, right? Yes, because flying. So that was really bad. I missed. I could have just killed him. So let's just end of turn. Bring back the click. Yeah, that was really poor. And then click him on his upkeep, at least. And then on his draw step, we'll click him. Yeah, that was really bad. Sacrifice a creature. Let's sacrifice the Ojutai. Okay. I'm gonna click, okay. So we'll select this. And now let's click him. Put the Batterskull at the bottom. Actually, does Batterskull even do anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to equip is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so we definitely want to put this on the bottom. Yeah, that was very bad not attacking with a colonnade. Okay, we have no instance. Palancron, that's problematic actually. Actually not that problematic because we can attack with both. Right. So that's fine. Okay. See if he has removal. All right. Definitely some poor play there. Well, we won one. And let's see how we do on our third and final. I definitely like remanding your Mox on the Thada. That's nice. You get the Mox and then you draw a card. Okay, there's a turn 3 Geist. We won a game with that, so we'll keep it. We'll start with a land, because if we draw a second land, second island, then that might be good for us. Let's remove this stop. Uh-oh, Oath. Okay. Well, now we're not playing Geist. Unless he's channeling some gigantic monster. Let's not show him the Caracas. Don't have a way to deal with Oath, so I kind of have to just play Blightsteel on turn whatever. Relic, yeah, okay. Suppose we can have that. Rather just... Don't think I'm going to be playing the Dragon Lord either. Hopefully he just taps out for some giant monster and I can play Colossus. I'll just always yield to that. This is 3, 4, 5. Bribery. So bribery, he's going to get like Inkwell, I guess. You can get Inkwell, or the other land will be really problematic. Yeah, the guy that kills lands, because then these two will die. So if I don't counter that, then I do get to Oath up the Inkwell, which is actually kind of good, because then I get to hit first. 5. If I counter the bribery, 5, they'll be at 10 mana, and I can't actually cast Colossus. It's kind of brutal, but I think I have to mana drain. Yeah. It's kind of a long shot, but you know, I might get something else. Okay. So now 5 mana. 10, yeah, not enough, sadly. Not enough. Well, I can play Colonnade and start attacking with it. So we'll just do that. Okay. Sneak attack, that's problematic as well. Quite problematic. See if he gets an Emrakul. Okay, now I think we can just concede. Maybe really should have just played Caracas. That's a lesson. Because having Caracas in play, I could have... well, I'm not dead. Alright, this is going to suck, but let's let him attack. On this channel. I'll play the Caracas in case he has, like, a stupid Eldrazi. Okay, he's got nothing else right now. Alright, I'll put so top, play Pearl and an Academy. I could have attacked, couldn't I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I could not have. Bribery again. Has he had bribery a second time? What happened the first time? Ugh. Alright, well, let's see what happens. I'm in for a penny, in for a pound, right? How did... I countered his stupid bribery. Oh, because he had the Eldrazi, that's why, and I reshuffled bribery. Okay. So, black, and a blue. That's something. Sort of hits him back before. Now, the problem though is how low in life I am. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, yes, this will be enough. I can hit with both, so I might have a shot. I might have a shot, right? 1, 2. This taps for 2, so 2, 3, 4, 5. I can play the Colonnade. Okay, so Thrag Tusk. Let's put this on top, and keep this in hand. So it's just a way to gain life if need be. 2, 3, 4, 5. Make this a creature. Oh no, because he's just going to block. So sad, so sad. So don't block with this, because I won't have islands. So just attack with this, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. This will be a blocker. Oh yeah, so I wanted spell pierce actually, because then I forgot after the colonnade, since it says vigilance, taps for land and I get the spell pierce, so that was a mistake. Okay. So this time, don't mess it up. So let's put this on top, this on top. So same thing. Spell pierce if he has a thing. Alright, so fine. Top and top. Confluence. So I kind of want to use the mana confluence here, don't I? Just so I have this if he has some stupid Eldrazi. Yeah. So now I have both Spell Pierce and Caracas in case there's an Eldrazi. Now, actually, 2-turn clock here. Put a top, and I'm not seeing using the click. I know it's a card in hand, so that's a little scary. Okay. So if it's an Eldrazi, we Caracas it. If it's a spell, we hopefully Spell Pierce it. And that's basically 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay, what is it? Luckily, in his begin combat, we can use the... So let's immediately use that on this. Does he have any more red mana? And we want to do... Let's cancel. We want to do this at the beginning of his begin combat step, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. He gets to do it again. Shoot. Huh. Okay, well, maybe that doesn't work that well. Is there any way he can still survive? He's only attacking with this, interestingly enough. So one, I need this and 5 mana. Ugh. I think I just die now, right? Because I have to sack, let's see. So I need this and 5 other mana. So this and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if I sacrifice the Titan, the Library, the Pearl, and then 1 land, then I have to draw 1 land, which I don't think I have on the top of my library to draw. That's too bad. And I can't sack the Titan because then I'll die. Three, 4. I couldn't even block anyway. No? I do have to block, okay. Alright, well that was a pretty fun match. Game, I should say. I'm pretty dead. Oh man. Yeah, kill these 2 lands. Do anything else? I don't think there's... What else is there in my library? Get a click. Okay, that's still something. Let's see. He's got nothing, so do I want to get rid of, like, maybe Blightsteel? Yeah. So I can put the Blightsteel at the bottom of my library. Okay. And now I can play Spellskite. I can also regrowth something. Like regrowth a land. Yeah, so maybe I just block everything and then next turn Blightsteel, right? Yeah. Okay. I can still pierce something if need be. Oh no, I shouldn't have played the Spellskite. That was really bad because it triggers his oath. Yeah, that was really poor. Okay, now I just kind of like effed myself, didn't I? I think I had it. If I hadn't played the Spellskite, I might have been okay. Wait, no, it's okay, because I can still... What am I doing? I could have Crocused his Elesh Norn. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I am so dumb. Sometimes. Okay, not totally hopeless yet. I can return that. I don't know why I didn't do... Oh my god, just taking unnecessary damage everywhere. Okay, there's still hope. There's still hope. I can still get a Blightsteel now. Okay, I guess I will choose this. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And we can regrowth in a land. Maybe just a nice island, right? 1, 2, 3. Right. Oh no, island, because then he's got island walk. I'm so stupid. Okay, I'm just going to concede. Oh man, I really misplayed that. I think I actually had a chance of winning. I really made a couple mistakes there. But what I could have done had I not gotten the island, yeah, oh my gosh. And then so I took unnecessary damage by not Caracasing earlier his Elishnorn. I played the Spellspell when I didn't need to. But yeah, I think I actually had a chance at winning this. Just really did not think through my turns. I apologize for that. Okay, Thragtusk is just going to be bad against him, right? But Reflector Mage would be good. So let's make that switch out. And let's submit. Oh man, I'm so sorry. People watching, I feel like I definitely could have had a chance at winning this. Keep. We'll play Forest. I'll play an island. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Geese. We'll see if an early Geese does it. Oh, cancel. Play this. And then Reflector if you play something. Oh man, I really think I could have won that game. Just need to do a better job of thinking kind of what my opponent has on the table. So sneak attack would be scary. Would be very scary. Chandra, yes, that is pretty scary too. Okay. So here I think we Ojutai. At least we can block one of the tokens. Doesn't help us if he has a sneak attack. Okay, so he's definitely searching. Bring to light. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wheel of Fortune, okay? Well, nice thing is now I have some nice mana drains and stuff. And channel, even. So I could actually channel into a Titan and still have mana drain up. That's a bit attractive. Why don't we... I could also play a land and click him. That's also attractive. Let's attack first. That's the only one it does to a player, right? Okay. Do I channel out a Titan and then just mana drain whatever he plays? That seems like that has to be right. Or I could click. I could also just click him on his draw step and then still mana drain whatever he has. Now let's just play Titan. Is that right? Let's just think for a minute. 7. Yeah, if I play Channel Titan, then I can also click if he doesn't have something really bad, so let's do that. Yeah. We need 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, we'll keep it the same. Well, Sylvan might find us a white land, so we'll keep this. And if he has something really bad, we can metamorph it. Ooh, turn 2 Geist again. I'm not against that. Turn 1 Sylvan, turn 2 Geist. Ooh, so much for the Geist. Okay. Alright, so I'll put this on top and on top. Play this. I could play Geist, let him get his, but he might just get like an Elish Norn or something and kill me, and that just seems bad. So, yeah, let's just get ready for a long game. Okay, can put top and top. Mana Drain to protect. Top. And yep. Yep. It's gonna be a man-land war. Always yes and always yield. Yeah. Okay, so Colossus still top. I guess we could have blocked. Maybe that's what we want to do. Block and do flash it in and block. Okay, do that next time. Colossus might just win it. Though if he gets like his Eldrazi or something. So now we mana drain that. I think we have to. Do we? Here, okay, here's the other option. The other option is we don't mana drain. We let him get whatever. And then we have a chance at and then we know that we get Colossus, right? But he's going to get Colossus. He might just get Colossus. And then if he gets Colossus, what can we do? We don't have a lot. So I think our best bet is we counter this and try to play Colossus and see if that, and just cast it. Okay. So hopefully we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can just cast Colossus. All right. So put this on top and put this on top, and let's see if Colossus does it. 10, 11, 12. All right. Let's see if this does it. I can make a copy of Colossus as well. Okay. That's actually stronger. Okay. So let's see. I can kill Chandra. Well, no, because he's going to block with Progenitus, right? Maybe I just need to make 2 Colossi. You have to just make two Colossi. So, and then just click him, right? Can I cast both? Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 8, 9. And if I play Academy, so for 9, I can play 4. I could play Ojutai and Metamorph. If he gets an Eldrazi, though. Huh. Yeah, I think I want to have click. So let's put this on top. Put this on top. So play an Academy. I attack. So he's going to attack with Progenitus and make a Chandra. I'll take 13, so I'll be at 1, and then I need to kill him next turn, and he has to not have any direct damage. That seems acceptable. So I'll just click him on his draw step. Do I let him get that Eldrazi or whatever? If he does draw an Eldrazi, I sort of just lose, don't I? But if I do nothing and let him attack, okay, let's attack first. Yeah, I'm losing on time, so okay, I think I have to just do this. Hope it works. Let's see how he blocks. Okay. And then just click him on his draw step. It's not legendary, is it? Okay. Just have to kind of hope he doesn't get something really brutal here. It's going to be win or lose pretty quickly. Okay, did he not do it? Fine. Don't understand. One, two, three, four, five, six. He can't cast any of these things. No, 6, Inferno Titan. I can't let him have that. Okay, and now we're done. Now we have to just win. But I put it at the bottom. I don't understand. I so don't understand what happened. Did I just misclick or something? Or am I just retarded? Huh? I'm very confused. I mean, he could have cast Titan anyway, right? So, let's look at, see if we can understand what happened here. So we're copied. Oath of the Druids is on the stack. He targets me. At the beginning of each player's upkeep. So he got no cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I cast Click. And I'm taking Titan here because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Otherwise, he just casts Titan and deals 3 to us, and then we lose, right? And he had like no other creatures for his sneak attacks. That's for his druid, so that's like the best thing that could have happened for us. So he reveals, puts it on the bottom. So how did he draw Titan? Titan is at the bottom of his library. Is it that just he happened to draw it and it reshuffled? No, it's at the bottom of his library. I don't understand what happened. Inferno Titan to the bottom of his library. He draws a card and then he casts Inferno Titan. How did that happen? Is there some reshuffle effect I'm missing? No. Huh? I don't understand. Okay, if anyone can explain what's going on, I'd really appreciate it, because my understanding is You should have drawn some other card. It couldn't be Titan because the last card in his library was Titan. Oh, he had no cards in library. Oh, that's what happened. He had no cards in library. Oh. Okay, so what happened is his oath triggered. He had absolutely nothing. He had no cards in library. So by clicking and putting Titan in his library... Oh, was he going to die? Oh, man. So did I do the ultimate, like, F up here? He had no cards in library. He was just going to die. And by clicking him, I gave him an out. Or I let him win the game. I should have clicked and just clicked myself. Okay, so I understand what happened. Because all the other cards go in his graveyard. Oh man, so I had it won by just doing nothing. Okay. Yeah, so I definitely could have won that match. Another good lesson in paying attention to what everything's going on. Yeah, sorry about those big mistakes, but that was instructive for me to understand what happened there, that interaction. So yeah, I could have won by basically just not doing anything, and I had the game won. But I did the one thing that could that could help him. And it was even any of the other creatures would have been okay, because then I wouldn't have been dead. So well, no, because I had to not click him, because then he would have cast Titan. So yeah, I see what happened. All right, well, thanks for watching. That's definitely a lesson learned. Take care.